So today we are going to be teaching our dogs a back or a reverse, whatever you want to call it, and this is essentially getting our dogs to engage their back legs and to just move backwards away from us. Now this is a very, very useful skill. So if you're coming through a door, for example, and you don't want your dog to just rush past you, you can ask your dog to walk backwards away from the door. That's quite a useful skill. I use that quite often coming in and out of the house, and it's also a great little trick that you can add on to other behaviors. Say if you wanted your dog to walk backwards when they're in between your legs, something like that. It looks quite cool and it's a very easy trick to teach. So to start off with this trick, you want to just have a few pieces of treat in each hand, and you want to get your dog to stand in front of you, and you're going to hold both hands together in front of their nose, and you're just going to back, yes, good girl, and you're just going to move back with your hands in front of their nose, back, 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 good girl. And having both of your hands in front of their face means they're not going to veer off into one direction following one hand, because the smell of the sausages or the treats are in both of the hands. Okay? Back, 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 good girl. Now if you hold your hands too high, when you go back, your dog will just go into a sit. Good girl. And if you hold your hands too low, your dog will just go into a down. So it's really important that you keep both hands level in front of your dog's face, ideally just on the top, just on the tip of their nose. Tay, good girl. And you're just gonna go back. Yes, good girl. And you just keep practicing that. Yes, good girl. And you reward when your dogs move their feet. Ready? Back. Yes, good girl. Now if you're struggling, if your dog is finding this a bit hard at this stage, you just want to strip it back and take it back to basics. Tay-tay. And just reward small steps that they take. Yes, good girl. See that back leg just moved ever so slightly. Back, yes, good girl. And then you can build it up. Tay. Build it up until you can move back, back, back. Yes, a couple of steps. So when your dog is starting to understand the exercise and they're starting to move their back legs quite nicely, and you feel that you've got the hang of holding your hands in the right place, good girl, to get your dog to move backwards, you can just take out the treat from your hands, hold them in the same place you were holding them before, tay, tay, and just go back, 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 yes, good girl, and then mark a reward. So back, 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 yes. And then you can build it up so you can take your hands away. So this is when it comes into using it as an obedience skill. If you were coming through a door, okay, you wouldn't necessarily want to have your hands in front of your nose, in front of their nose, sorry. Okay, back, 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 yes, good girl. Okay, ready? Back, 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 yes, good girl. When they've started to get the hang of that moving their back legs, good girl, you can start to add it on to other exercises to add more depth to them. So I'm going to add it on quickly to a middle. Okay? So it goes down this way. Get tay, middle. Good girl, ready? And I'm going to see if I can do this. Ready, tay? Yeah, back, 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 back. Yes, good girl. Yeah, good girl. Back, back, back. Yes. So when I'm doing it like this, I'm just taking it back to basics. As you can see, I've got the food lure, I've got my hands in front of her nose. Now, when you're adding this onto other exercises like I just did with Tay in the middle, you can see it's more difficult because you've got to focus on your hand placement, and it's difficult to see where your dog is and whether they're going side to side or they're going too far down or they're coming too far up. So you just need to work on practicing that back with them in front of you before you can move them on to other exercises.